What's up, dudes? Maximilian here, and we're just about T-minus 5 days away from me finally having another shooting game to play after about a year and a few months. I can't believe it's been that long because mostly on this channel you guys would find a balance of different games between fighting games and some shooting games and coverage on video games. But man, it's been a long time since I've been into a shooter, and Titanfall definitely is going to be that game. But there has been a few details of Titanfall that have surfaced over the past few days between its maps and weapons and everything, and we've talked about some of the leaks that happened before, but other stuff that I did want to kind of talk about because I think it's interesting, but at the same time, kind of curious. The big one is that Titanfall is going to have a season pass. There is already confirmation of more content in the future of Titanfall, as we can see between the launch trailer of the game and all the other different things that have come out. There's going to be 3 different packs, and you can actually get a season pass for that, which is good. A lot of the time I'm not really happy with season passes unless I know I'm going to play a lot of the game, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this one. The next bit of info is some data that I've actually been waiting to hear some confirmation on, and it's actual real-time data of what the Titan's health stats and damage stats are. The big ones are that the Atlas Titan, the default one, has 8,000 health, the Ogre has 10,500, and the Strider only has 5,500. The Atlas's base movement is about 280, and its sprint speed is 420, while the Ogre's is 265 and sprint speed is 400, while the Strider boasts 300 and has 435 sprint speed. What's interesting is that between all of these, and when I actually got to use all of these Titans when in the game, I for some reason noticed that the Ogre's shields dropped really fast, and the Strider seemed extremely overpowered as far as a Titan, but we'll see what it's like when the game actually launches. There's interesting other things that the Atlas's melee does 1,000 damage, and the Ogre's melee does 1,875 damage, which is kind of freaking crazy, while the Strider only does 1,125. Those are all actually better than the Atlas's, but it's just interesting how there's this weird dynamics between every single one, and then of course we know that the Strider has the most dash bars of every single Titan, but it takes 3.3 seconds to recharge one of those dash bars, while it takes 4.5 seconds for the Ogre, and I believe the Atlas takes about 4.1 seconds, so the Strider does actually have the fastest recharge of dash of every one of them. Actually using all 3 of the Titans personally, they all feel a lot different, and it's one of those things I'm very excited to actually get into the game and break down how each one works and what makes them really good. And last but not least was the tidbit on prestiging. Of course, the guys that pretty much came up with the prestige option back in Call of Duty 4 are doing something similar in Titanfall. Titanfall's going to have a system that pretty much allows you to lose all of your progress once you leveled up to a certain point and then restart and get a new icon or something like that. Between all of this, I think this is great because, to be honest, it gives you more of a reason just to keep playing, and I have no problem starting over. The Atlas Titan and the default class is totally fine for me, and between what I've played, I think that's kind of cool. I don't mind prestiging at all, and if they want to upgrade or do something better for prestige members or give me some kind of special luxury, heck with it. It seems pretty cool. And with that, I wanted to ask you guys kind of a personal question between Titanfall being on this channel, and some of you might have been following me from making Call of Duty videos way back in the day. What type of footage would you like of Titanfall? I know I'm going to put up eventual matches every once in a while, going over breakdowns of matches, edited footage and stuff like that, but if you'd like to see things like weapon breakdowns and Titan breakdowns and maps and things like that, I'd be more than happy to oblige because I would like to do coverage on this game, and I think I can do it fairly well as long as I get down and understand the deepest cores of it and what makes it really tick. Either way, I cannot freaking wait for Titanfall, guys. The fact that we're this close and the fact that this game has so much more to offer than what was in the demo or in the beta has me really excited the more I think about it. And I do have a chance of getting the game a little bit early, so I can maybe even give you guys a heads up on some of the more advanced strategies maybe early on, as well as an in-depth review of the multiplayer and the single-player campaign stuff. Either way, Titanfall is almost here. Thank you guys a ton for watching, and stay tuned because the day has almost come where I get to finally play a shooting game once more and enjoy the hell out of it. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you guys next time.